Simon Stern is based upon the power aspect of being very ambitious and doing anything and everything it takes, including selling your own soul in order to gain power. Although Simon Stern is very powerful, his intent is not very pure at all. And as a result of his lack of purity, he leaves himself open at various times to have all of his things taken from him due to the fact that he's so power hungry. Now, if a person will use Simon Stern correctly or understand Simon Stern's position, a person can actually use Simon Stern and his power and influence to the best of their abilities. Simon Stern's desire for power to manipulate other people for control of his surroundings and the things that happen around him make him a victim of his own power. So ultimately, on the chessboard, Simon Stern is ultimately a bishop at best. He's not a queen because we've never seen his instances with the police, run ins with the police or law enforcement or the law. As a matter of fact, he's taken his efforts and his money and he's actually done illegal things to duck and dodge taxes, tax evasion, which is illegal. And Ghost exploited that. So Simon Stern is not a queen because a queen, the position of a queen, whether it be a guy or a girl, a queen, talking about just positions, a queen is an individual that essentially is a master key to any lock. They know how to get in and out of places very efficiently and smoothly because they're so versatile in being able to get whatever it is that they want that nothing stands in their way. See, the king is the most powerful piece on the board. But a lot of times people think that in chess, the queen is the most powerful piece on the board. Not true. It's actually the king. That's the reason why when the king gets captured, the game of chess is over. See, the queen is the king's right hand. More accurately, she's actually the king's left hand. The right hand is what it is that the king, everyone sees the king doing out in the open. The left hand is the queen and the things that the king puts the queen up to. The queen is essentially like the Swiss Army knife, if we want to call it that, a Swiss Army knife. They have many different tools. It's many different tools attached all as one. So Simon Stern is not a queen. He does not have the position of a queen. And he's not a knight. He doesn't work with his hands. If he was a knight, the knight would be police officer, law enforcement, and he's certainly not a rook, which is the military. So I would say that he's a bishop because he has power and influence over a form of social media. Remember, his name was in the newspaper because back when the original Power series was still running, remember, he had very close influence with his friends at the newspaper, right, where Ghost had to actually get interviewed by the lady who was going to put his name in the newspaper. Back when Simon Stern wanted to make Truth, back when Ghost was running Truth and he was alive, Simon Stern wanted to make Ghost very famous, put his name out there. So Simon Stern represents social media. Simon Stern represents the bishop on the board, the ability where he is known as the quote unquote priest. The way that he comes at you is not necessarily direct, but he does have a lot of power in the sense of social media, whether it's the form of, because social media is many different ways. Social media is many different things. The form of newspaper, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram. Simon Stern represents this. He's rich, but the one thing that Simon Stern, doesn't seem to understand is his greed is his ultimate downfall. So he's a bishop at best, and he will never become a queen or maybe even a king. I'm talking about the position wise, if he continues to have this greed. Peace.